On Guillory in Baton Rouge, obviously a situation that BRPD is responding to. So let's get to Dion right now, the very latest. What is going on, Dion?
Yeah, Matt, big police presence here at this apartment complex, Village de Province. I'm going to step out of the way, give you a closer look at what is happening right here. In just the last 10 minutes, I talked to a sergeant with the police department who told me that they are looking for a suspect who barricaded himself in an apartment here. The suspect is accused of being part of a home invasion overnight, and he told me that when police found out about that situation, they tracked him down here at this apartment complex, the Village de Province, and that is where they say this person has barricaded themselves in an apartment complex in one of the units here. So we have a huge police presence here. They are trying to work to try to get him out of that apartment unit. Also, just in the last 10 to 15 minutes when I got here, there was a loud boom. Not sure of where that came from or what that is involved with. We, of course, are going to continue to look into that. Also, I want to give you a note about what is actually happening around here. A lot of neighbors have been out trying to get a look at what is going on, trying to figure out what's happening around them in their neighborhood. But also there are kids here who are seeing this. The school bus just passed by picking them up to take them to school. So it's a very active scene here. A lot of people involved, a lot of people trying to get a look at what's happening here. But yes, a suspect barricaded in one of the units here at this apartment complex, accused of a home invasion. Of course, Matt, we are in constant contact with the Baton Rouge Police Department to try to get more information, see what they know about this situation, and more details on the home invasion he is accused of being a part of. But of course, we'll bring you those details as soon as we get them. Back to you.
Dion, thank you so much. Live on the scene, and as you were talking about tough, the kids out there, obviously, they're out there for getting ready to jump on the school bus. They're having to see all that, everything that's going on. We'll keep you in the know. We obviously have Dion out there on the scene right now. Okay, from that to what is always a headline maker down here in South Louisiana, your forecast. This is a live look, actually, from our sky cam right above the tower looking into West Baton Rouge. And we actually have a pretty good day in store here in South Louisiana, certainly when you compare it to folks out along the southeast, and we're going to get to what's left of that storm here quickly. But let's talk with meteorologist Jared Silverman, see if we can't figure out what's in store for South Louisiana. Good morning, Jared.
Good morning to you, Matt. And yeah, we actually just saw the super blue moon go away, and it was replaced by this beautiful sunrise overlooking the downtown area, looking live and looking good on Our Lady of the Lake Sky 9, but also feeling good as well. 72 degrees feels exactly the same. We'll take it. A nice cool start, relatively speaking. Meantime, yesterday certainly wasn't cool, 98, but we missed the triple digits at least. Today's record of 101 set back in 2000. We're not even going to touch that record, but we can officially, or almost officially, close the book on meteorological summer. That's June plus July plus August, and today being the last day, not expecting any rain for today. That makes us the second driest summer all time, just missing number one, 1924. We actually were set for the number one spot, but a couple of recent rains actually moved that back a little bit. Because it's been so dry, there have been a lot of red flag warnings. This one for today is not inside of our viewing area. However, there still is an increased fire weather danger in our area, so please refrain from doing any outdoor burning. Meanwhile, we love this 91 right here. That's great. That's an improvement, but we're trending in the wrong direction over the next couple of days. Those aren't going to be raw temperatures. We're not going to hit 100, but it will feel that way when the humidity starts to pump up a little bit. All the flickers of green on your screen not hitting the ground. We've had a couple of thunderstorms hugging the immediate coastline. That's about it. Speaking of the coastline, we take you over to the East Coast with what's left of Tropical Storm Idalia, which is still delivering a lot of rain and wind to the Carolina coast, up to Virginia, the mid-Atlantic. In our neck of the woods, we're not going to see much in the way of rain for today, as the HRRR will show. High temperatures should be in the mid-90s. Relative humidity will be manageable, but then stepping forward on our graph model over the next few days, we're going to slightly increase that chance of rain every single day. Friday afternoon, 20-30%, not that big of a deal. Then we go into Saturday afternoon, freeze it up right there, and a couple of showers and non-severe thunderstorms, and it looks like the better chance will be Sunday, culminating on Labor Day Monday. None of those days are washouts. There's a look at Idalia, there's a look at Franklin, and newly formed Jose, which was just recently upgraded from Tropical Depression 11, became named Tropical Storm Jose. No worry, though. No threat to the U.S. Franklin, no threat to the U.S. This wave over here at a 30% chance, that's not a threat. And the one coming off the African coast, 70% chance. That doesn't look like it's a threat either, although it probably will get the next name in the alphabet after Jose. Here's a look at Idalia moving away from the coast, but holding steady as a tropical storm. Going to be a survivor. Max winds at 60, gusting up to 70. So yeah, it is definitely still packing a wallop. Meantime, over the next 7 days locally, we should get a decent amount of rain, or at least a few new rain chances, culminating to about 1 inch over here. The name of the game, the farther east you go, heftier amounts of rain, better chances too. And no doubt about it, we need to work the rain in because we still have extreme drought between Baton Rouge, Lafayette to Lake Charles. Actually, the farther west you go towards Texas, the worse it gets. They're one category higher at exceptional drought. That's the worst category. No help for today because there's no real chance of rain today. High 96, otherwise mostly sunny. Then for tonight, we're going to cool things off, but not quite as cool as we are this morning. 74 degrees. The moon's still going to be big and bright out there if you didn't get a chance to catch the super blue moon late last night, early this morning. Going to the weekend, Saturday high of 94, Sunday a high of 93. The rain chances start to go up, but again, it's not going to be a washout over the weekend, not going to spoil your plans. And then another 60% for Labor Day Monday. But then, like I said before, we start trending in the wrong direction. Watch the high temperatures on the back end of the 10-day start to again approach 100 degrees. That maps us well into September, hopefully another week or two, and then we're going to be done with this heat. At least that's what we're hoping. 7:09, Johnny A. How are the roads doing?
Sure did feel comfortable yesterday, Jared. Thank you. Roads are getting busy this morning. Our drive times are starting to come in. 17 minutes from the Highway 30 on-ramp all the way to the 1012. That's coming in from the Ascension Parish area. 23 minutes from Juban to the 1012 on I-12. Average speeds down in the 30s in some spots of that. And you're from the 1012 to downtown, not bad at all. There's some slow-moving traffic with something on the right shoulder between Millerville and Sherwood Forest Boulevard. That's going I-12 westbound, not creating some of that backup. That backup's our morning rush hour backup. And then by the time you get to Jefferson Drusilla and here at the 1012 merge, looking pretty good this morning, but we can certainly see that on our interactive drive time map with very slow traffic starting at Juban, right past Range, right past 4-H Club Road. This is the Amite River Bridge right there, and then that's O'Neill Lane. So you definitely have some slower traffic to deal with this morning as you make your way in and around 710. Well, we do it every morning. We recap the morning headlines in bullet form, kind of give you a condensed version of what we're working, and there are a lot of active things still going on, work in progresses. Liz goes off today. Here's Matt Williams in Studio B.
Johnny, thank you, sir. Appreciate it. So yeah, the top story is actually one we just took you live to with our Dion Guillory, that the person barricaded inside of an apartment complex in Baton Rouge. And right now what they're saying is he might be tied to a home invasion. And you know, Dion made a very good point earlier when we were talking with him. This is a time when the kids are just getting out to the school bus, jumping on the bus to get to class, and there's a lot of that surrounding this situation, and they have to see all this, what's going on, the very latest from investigators. We're going to stay on this one for you, of course. And again, Dion's out live this morning. We're going to get you all caught up with what this ends up being, however it resolves. We'll keep you updated. WAFB.com, the 9 News app, WAFB Plus right here as well. Later broadcast, we'll make sure to let you know. Also want to let you know about this. We got a person injured this morning in a shooting in Baton Rouge. Let me kind of show you where we're talking about here. This is Augustus Street near Blackberry Street. Now, I kind of zoomed out this map a lot to give you a better idea where it is. Greenwell Springs, this is Airline Highway. You know where that intersects in Baton Rouge? That's the shooting scene. All that we are told right now, and is that this person has been listed as stable. Not an official condition. That's all that they were released right now. We're still working with investigators to see exactly what happened and if they have anybody in mind who might have been behind the trigger. So from one shooting investigation to another, let's go over to Livingston Parish now. Another one injured. This is near Juban Road. This happened about 5 o'clock yesterday evening, the intersection of Juban Road and Brown Road. Injured person and the suspect both on scene when officials got there. Injured person taken to the hospital, and then the alleged shooter being questioned. We'll keep you in the know there as well. Keeping you in the know here. My goodness, there's so much going on. The I-Team investigation into the Brave Cave and the alleged abuses that have happened there. The resignation, the connection to all that from now a former BRPD officer, the answers from the mayor's office and the chief about all of this. There's a lot to dig into. And so you look for the I-Team section at WAFB.com. It's all right there waiting for you. It is a big, deep read, and it is still unfolding. So we'll keep you updated with all that. Keeping you updated here with now Tropical Storm Idalia. And so where is it right now? Just pushing through, so you know its path. Florida, into Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, then spinning out, hopefully on its way out into the Atlantic, never to be seen again. It has just wreaked havoc in parts of Florida with that storm surge, with the rain and the interior flooding in parts of Georgia, then into South Carolina, North Carolina. The very latest on what was done, what's left in its path, and now what happens next. That story is waiting for you right there. Waiting for Southern Jags today. Class on campus had to be canceled yesterday. Remember we told you there was a water issue on campus, didn't have any water in more than a dozen buildings. Actually, it was like 17 buildings on campus didn't have any water. That problem has been rectified. So it is back to the bluff, back to campus, back to class for all Southern Jags. Actually, Southern Law School had class online yesterday, right? But it is back to class for everybody on campus in person today. They said it'd be Thursday, and just like that, it is. Did you hear about this? We want to let you know about this as well. Another float going to the Rose Parade from Louisiana. This will be the third year in a row. They've won a lot of awards recently, so we'll let you know what it kind of looks like as the date gets closer. But third year in a row, Louisiana with a float in the Rose Parade. Again, though, our top story right now this morning, the situation going on with BRPD, and we are live. That is another live look for you from the scene here. Obviously, you got some crews pulling out. What does that mean? Again, this is an alleged somebody barricading possibly themselves into an apartment complex after potentially being tied to a home invasion. Our Dion Guillory is live there this morning as BRPD begins to shift around. You can still clearly see some on scene. We will keep you updated all morning long into the afternoon. We'll see you again on the mothership in about 10 minutes.
Get yourself summer ready with the award-winning lineup of Hondas at Team Honda. We'll help you find just the right vehicle to hit the road to whatever destination awaits you. Come shop the most awarded brand in Car and Driver's 10 Best history at Louisiana's #1 Honda dealer, Team Honda on Siegen Lane.